Hello students, welcome back to the history class. So in the last class we have studied about liberalism, and today we are going to learn about a new conservatism after 1815. Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated in the year 1815. Now who was Napoleon Bonaparte? Yes, he was the Emperor of France. He was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo. So after his defeat, the European governments were driven by a spirit of conservatism. The meaning of conservatism is to protect or to preserve something. So, conservatism is a political philosophy that gives more importance to old tradition, established institution, and customs. They do not believe in quick change. Instead, they prefer gradual development. Gradual means slow development. So this group, conservatives, they believed that established traditional institutions of state and society like monarchy, the church, social hierarchies like social status, property, family, these things should be preserved. So conservatives gives more importance to the old traditional institutions like the monarchy, the church, social hierarchies, and they do not prefer quick changes in the society. In 1815, the representatives of the European powers like Britain, Russia, Prussia, and Austria, these countries had unitedly, collectively defeated Napoleon in the Battle of Waterloo. So after the defeat of Napoleon, the representatives of these countries met at Vienna to draw up a settlement for Europe. The Vienna Congress was hosted by the Austrian Chancellor Duke Metternich. So Duke Metternich was the Chancellor of Austria then. Chancellor means the head of the government. The representatives drew up the Treaty of Vienna of 1815 with the object of undoing means to put something back into its original state. Okay, the main aim of Treaty of Vienna was to undo the changes that was brought by Napoleon. So when Napoleon was the emperor of France, he had become very powerful. He had conquered many territories. He had brought a lot of changes in Europe. So after his defeat, this Treaty of Vienna was signed with the object of undoing the changes brought by Napoleon. Now let us find out the terms or the provisions of Treaty of Vienna. Number 1, the Bourbon dynasty, which had been overthrown during the French Revolution, was once again restored to power. Point number 2, France lost all the territories it had annexed under Napoleon. Point number 3, a series of states were set up on the boundaries of France to prevent French expansion in future. Okay, so in order to check France from expanding their territories in future, a series of states were set up on all the boundaries of France. Next, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, which included Belgium, was set up in the north. Genoa was added to Piedmont in the south. Prussia was given important new territories on its western frontier. Austria was given control of northern Italy. In the east, Russia was given part of Poland, and Prussia was given a portion of Saxony. The main intention of the European powers like Britain, Russia, Prussia, and Austria, the main intention was to restore the monarchies, to bring back the monarchies that had been overthrown by Napoleon, and to create a new conservative order in Europe. So this new conservative government that was set up in 1815 after the defeat of Napoleon, this new conservative government in Europe was autocratic. Autocratic means dictatorial. They enjoy absolute power. They did not tolerate criticism, and they had also imposed censorship laws. Now, censorship means the power to control freedom of speech or press. Okay, so everything like newspapers, books, plays, songs, everything was under their control. People were not allowed to speak anything against the government. The picture here also clearly shows that the people were not allowed to voice their opinion. Now, there was this another group called Liberal Nationalist who opposed the conservative order. They not only opposed the conservative order, they also fought for the liberty and freedom. One such individual who was opposed to the conservative regime was the Italian revolutionary Giuseppe Mazzini. He was born in Genoa in 1807. Genoa is a city in Italy, name of a city in Italy. He became a member of the secret society of Carbonari. In 1831, Giuseppe Mazzini attempted a revolution in Liguria, for which he was sent into exile. Exile means banish, country barai out kar dinu. Okay, he was sent into exile when he was just 24 years old. Later on, he founded two secret societies, two underground societies. The first one is called Young Italy in Marseille, and the second one is Young Europe in Bern. Bern is in Switzerland. Now, why did this revolutionary started founding secret societies or underground societies? Because the conservative government did not tolerate criticism. Like I said before also, conservative government, they were autocratic, dictatorial, type of government. The people did not enjoy any liberty or freedom, and those who criticized the government were severely punished. That's why they founded secret societies. Duke Metternich. Now, who was Duke Metternich? Yes, he was the Chancellor of Austria. So, Duke Metternich described him. Now, him here is Giuseppe Mazzini. So, Metternich once described him as the most dangerous enemy of our social order. Giuseppe Mazzini's relentless opposition to monarchy, like he was opposed to monarchy, he was against the conservative government, okay, and he had this vision of democratic republic. Okay, so this vision of democratic republics also frightened the conservatives. Okay, students, so today we have learned about a new conservatism after 1815, then the Treaty of Vienna, the terms, the provisions of Treaty of Vienna of 1815, and about the Italian revolutionary Giuseppe Mazzini. I hope you all have understood the lesson.